Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Hexa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 50 random facts about me. I thought it would be fun to do one of these videos just to kind of have a place where new subscribers could land and find out more about me. So let's get into it. Here are 50 facts about me. You all know me as Hexa, but my real name is actually Ioana. It's spelled I-O-A-N-A. I prefer to be called Hexa. All of my friends and my boyfriend and everyone who's met me since I was 16 has known me as Hexa, so it is my preferred name. My birthday is March 23rd, 1998. I am a badass Aries bitch. I have a little sister. She's 11 years old and her name is Miruna. We have a chocolate poodle named Mocha in our family and we love her very much. I come from Romania. I was born there, but when I was 3, my family moved to China and I lived there for 17 years. I'm currently living with my family in northern Germany in the countryside in a tiny village of only 800 people. I speak 3 languages, English, Romanian, and Mandarin, and I am currently learning German. When I was 16, I was expelled from high school for dyeing my hair blue. My natural hair color is the hair color that I have now. In the past, I have dyed my hair light blonde, orange, red, black, blue, purple, gray, and green and pink. I have been singing in choirs and school musicals since I was in kindergarten. My favorite music genres are rock, metal, indie, folk, and musical theater. I have been in just about every school play I had the opportunity to be in. I love musical theater and being in musicals. It's a lot of fun. It's just like an experience where a group of people goes into it as strangers and you come out the other end as friends. I've also sang in several bands, both inside and outside of school, and I've done a lot of solo performing by myself just with like backing tracks in various bars and cabarets and different scenarios. I'm gonna list a few of my favorite bands, musicians, and musicals. This is definitely only gonna be scratching the surface, but just like to give you guys an idea of my music taste, I love Black Veil Brides, Shinedown, My Chemical Romance, Marilyn Manson, Queen, The Rolling Stones, The Beatles, Passenger, Florence and the Machine, Muse, and then as far as musicals, I love Les Miserables, Prince of Egypt, and The Phantom of the Opera. I have at some point in my history learned to play the following instruments: recorder, violin, trombone, piano, guitar, and ukulele. I did karate when I was in primary school. I don't remember for how long. My mom says it was about 5 years. I reached a blue belt and then I quit. I love painting, especially portraits. I also started making polymer clay earrings this year and opened up an art shop. It is linked down below if you're interested in checking that out. I love makeup and my favorite makeup brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am addicted to Lush, as you will know if you have been watching my channel. I love their stuff. I buy Lush products probably every single month. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I have a massive teddy bear collection. I probably own more than 1,000 teddy bears and stuffed animals. This is linked to a childhood trauma that I will not be talking about, but that is why. Speaking of childhood trauma, I have suffered from anxiety, depression, eating disorders, self-harm, and a little bit of OCD-like tendencies, very mild OCD symptoms, but specifically hoarding. Because of this, I'm very interested in psychology and personal development. If I were ever to get a normal job in not a creative field, I would probably want to be a psychologist. However, my actual dream job is to be a YouTuber and a rock star. When I was little, I wanted to be a writer. Spiritually or religiously, I identify as pagan or just spiritual. I believe in different aspects of several different cultures and religions, such as Wicca, the law of attraction, feng shui, astrology, and more. I kind of pick and choose different aspects of different religions and cultures and spiritual schools of thought, and I practice the things that resonate with me. I don't believe in sin in the traditional biblical sense, but I do believe in karma and I do believe in heaven and hell. And the only spiritual law that I abide by is to do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody. I am bisexual. I mostly date men just because I prefer that relationship dynamic, but I am attracted to women, and I believe that my sexuality is valid regardless of the ratio of men to women that I have dated. I believe in things like ghosts, magic, aliens, demons, and different mythical creatures such as fairies and mermaids and unicorns and dragons. I'm not delusional. I'm not going to claim that I have been abducted by aliens or that I have ever seen any of these mythical creatures, but I do believe that they exist in some sense. I think that magic is all around us, and we as a collective consciousness just haven't opened our eyes to it, haven't opened our consciousness to it. I think we live in a world where magic hides in plain sight, and it's just up to us to change our belief systems and just become more aware of these things. Like, I think there's a lot that we don't know, a lot that we haven't discovered yet, and I think magic is hiding everywhere. We just need to believe in it and know where to look. In my life, I have traveled to 10 countries. I have 6 tattoos in total. I would like to get more. In middle school and high school, I was a total emo kid. I love the colors black and pink equally. Actually, I love all colors, really. My sense of style is all over the place. I dress in so many different ways and so many different colors. I'm a huge fan of Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, whether separately or together. I love anything that either one of them has made. I just think they're both so talented and incredible. My favorite movie is Edward Scissorhands. My favorite books are The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I don't have my copy of that book anymore because I like to give them away because I think everybody should read that book. It is so incredible. I also love The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini, Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. The last one of my favorite books that I want to mention is the Nursery Collection from Little Treasuries. This book is very, very near and dear to my heart. This is the book that I learned to read with. When I was little, we went to Thailand and I spent too much time in the sun, and I was wearing sunscreen and stuff, but instead of getting a sunburn, I actually got some kind of an allergic reaction to the UV rays, so my entire body was covered in lots of these little red spots. And we were on an island called Koh Samui in Thailand, and we drove around the entire island trying to find a doctor who would figure out what was wrong with me and treat me. Like, obviously we were scared it was some kind of tropical disease or something, but it turned out to just be like a reaction to the excess sun exposure. So I come from Romania, and essentially I'm literally allergic to the sun like a vampire. My favorite wine is Apothic Red. My favorite alcoholic beverage in general is Baileys. I'm not a huge drinker, by the way. I don't drink alcohol very often, and I don't recommend drinking alcohol very often, but I can appreciate a drink every now and then. When I was little, my mom used to call me Chupita. In Romanian, Chupitura, or like chup, it's like a pinch, and it's what you would call like a mosquito bite is like a chupitura from a mosquito. It's like a bite or a pinch or whatever. And she called me Chupita because I was always covered in mosquito bites, and I would scratch them until they bled and formed scabs. I still do that. I don't know why. My blood type is O, and I think that I read somewhere that mosquitoes prefer my blood type to other blood types. I don't know. All I know is that as a kid, I was constantly covered in mosquito bites, and that's why my mom called me Chupita. Another fun observation my mom has made about me is that my feet are like Italian hands. Like, I talk with my feet. If I'm passionate about whatever I'm talking about, if I'm angry or I'm like just getting really into it, my feet will move around so much, and I'll squeeze my toes and do all kinds of weird things with them. And my mom likes to secretly watch me when I'm talking to her about something. If I'm like laying on the couch or something where she can see my feet, she will like secretly observe my feet and then later point out how funny she thinks it is. My dream holiday destination is Santorini, Greece, because of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. My favorite qualities in a person are loyalty, honesty, and confidence. My least favorite qualities in people are being arrogant, being unkind, and putting people down for no reason instead of offering them advice or support, and people who hijack conversations. People who are not self-aware enough to consider whether the person they are speaking to is actually enjoying the conversation. When I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends my age. I preferred talking to teachers. And even as a teenager, I started getting involved in the performance arts community in Shanghai, and I made friends with a lot of people in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s because they had a lot more experience as performers than me, and I just loved kind of shadowing them and learning from them, listening to their wisdom. I have been journaling since I was 6 years old. And the last fact on this list today is that I have an obsession with buying notebooks and stationery. I love notebooks. And before I ever got into makeup and Lush and fashion and other things, I think stationery and notebooks and like art supplies were definitely the number one thing that I spent too much money on and had a lot of. So that was it for my list. Those were 50 facts about me. Let me know, what was your favorite fact, or do we have anything in common that you didn't know about before? And maybe also leave me a comment with a few random facts about you so I can get to know my audience better. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and follow my social media, which is all linked down below. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!